What's up, ladies and gents? Your boy the Dread Man is back, and I got a request from a subscriber to do more wrestling and WWE videos in particular, which is kind of odd since I only do those videos once in a blue moon. But why the hell not? And I actually got a chance to watch WWE's Hell in a Cell this past Sunday, and yeah, the pay per view overall, I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, especially the main event between the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, which is stellar, was a 5-star match. But that's pretty much the point of this video about the Undertaker's career as a whole, and we all know that the Undertaker's career is winding down. Now, should the Undertaker retire? At this point, it's not even really a matter of if the Undertaker should retire. It's a matter of when and how soon. Now, Survivor Series is coming up in at the end of November. WWE's pay-per-view Survivor Series, and it will mark the 25-year anniversary of the Undertaker's WWE debut. 25 years. That's as long as I've been living, and most WWE fans of the new generation era on have been living. Now, look at this. The Undertaker has been a main superstar in every single major era of WWE. The new generation era, the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, the PG era, and now the Reality Era. And the Undertaker, look at what the man's accomplished. Look at what he's done. Of course, I'm speaking in kayfabe. You could say wrestling's scripted, stage, or even though I hate this term, but fake. Look at what the Undertaker has accomplished. Multiple time World Heavyweight Champion, multiple time WWE Champion, multiple time Tag Team Champion, Royal Rumble winner. He's done pretty much everything. And that's the only thing about it. It's when you've done as much as the Undertaker and you've been around as long as him, at this stage in his career, there's not that much left for him to do. Oh yes, and of course his #1 accolade, the biggest streak in WrestleMania history, going 22-0, well before being defeated by Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30, which is pretty much one of the highlights of Brock Lesnar's careers, and pretty much one of the most shocking nights in WWE history. And which leads me to my next thing. What other matches can there be for him? Will we get a chance to see the dream match at WrestleMania, next year's WrestleMania, between Sting and the Undertaker? This match would have probably been a little bit more appealing 15 years ago, hell, maybe even 10 years ago. Because the Undertaker is 50 years old and Sting is 55. Are we going to get two grandpas wrestling? Are we going to get two guys in wheelchairs? Because this is when the Undertaker first started slowing down. I first noticed this in his match against it was in his match against his second match against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 26 was the career-ending match for both guys. And yeah, that's when I first really started to notice he's starting to slow down a little bit. But shoot, most WWE superstars, that's the thing we know about retirement. You got to know when to go. When you've been, no matter what sport you're in, whether it's professional wrestling, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever professional sport you're in, when you've been at the top for so long and you've been competing at 100% for so long, it's going to take a toll on you. It really is going to wear down on your body in the long term. And I would want the Undertaker to get out of there before he really does seriously get hurt. You don't want the Undertaker to be in his 60s and 70s and not be able to walk or not be able to function right in his mind, because we all seen what happened with Chris Benoit. Rest in peace. But yeah, I hope he gets out before he really does, seriously get injured. And like I said, he's still relevant today. All these eras of wrestling wouldn't, he paved the way for a lot of wrestlers. And that's pretty much going to be the only thing, sad about letting him go. Because most of these guys are, let's see, wrestlers start to slow down at about age, maybe in their late 30s, early 40s. Example, Shawn Michaels. He knew he had to go. He knew he wasn't going to be that much longer before he really got hurt. And look at Edge. Edge retired at age 38 because of a nagging neck injury. An injury that if he kept wrestling for another 2, 3, 4 years, he could have been paralyzed and never wrestled again. And it could have been actually a life-threatening injury. So, yeah, it was smart for him to step out. But most of these guys who we grew up with, who's wrestling in the 15, creeping up on 20 years, like Kane and the Big Show and Triple H. Pretty much all the guys from the Attitude Era on back. There's only 4 or 5 more guys from the Attitude Era left who still actively wrestle. And even then, they're part-time wrestlers. They're not, competing 100% of the time. And then, like, not to mention, they still have a lot of the older guys who are not competing at the main event level anymore, who just part-time wrestlers and who wrestle under the Legends contract. They're mostly if they are on a main event card, or if they do have a main event match, it is mostly used just to push the younger talent, and promote the younger superstars like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns and Finn Balor and Kevin Owens, guys like that. And John Cena's pretty much doing that. Now, let me move on to John Cena right quick. Just a quick little side note. John Cena is what? He's creeping up in his 40s. He's what, 38 years old? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And yeah, I think before he goes, he still has one more major title run in him. I believe he has one more major title run in him. Does The Undertaker? No. I mean, even if they did put the title on him, they probably have some bullshit happens to where the winner of the Money in the Bank will cash in and just beat him for the title immediately after the match. So, nah, I think that the Undertaker's title reign days are done. But he should have one more classic match before he decides to retire. And another thing, when the Undertaker finally does retire, who's going to take his place as the most feared man and the biggest monster of the WWE? And to tell you the truth, like, I do like what the Wyatt family is doing. I do like the Wyatt family as the biggest, monsters in the WWE. And of course, you still got Brock Lesnar and everything, but he's going to be a part-time wrestler only, which kind of would make sense for him. I mean, like, there's interesting. I mean, like, the Undertaker, he's had a classic match with Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar, he has so much pure wrestling skill, and he has so much power. Like, think of all the things they can do with him. Not only could he do a title run, but he could be used to bring up the younger superstars as well, like Roman Reigns and like Seth Rollins. But we'll see where they go with that. But okay, let's see. I covered what they can do with him. I covered his history. I covered his life his life after WWE. What can he do? Now, I mean, we've known the Undertaker to be a part of the Ministry of Darkness. This brooding and shadowy figure and this feared man. It's like, WWE's not gonna be the same with him after he retires. WWE will not be the same. But he's gonna go down as a legend. I guarantee you, the year the Undertaker's retirement, he will be inducted in WWE Hall of Fame the exact same year. But anyway, guys, I'm going to cut this video to a close. I think that WrestleMania 32 should be the Undertaker's last WrestleMania, and his match should be against Sting. And it's going to be kind of hard to book that match because Sting has not had a main stage win since his little stint in WWE, and nobody wants to see the Undertaker lose at WrestleMania for a second time. So if that match does happen, I'll be interested to see the result of that. But anyway, what do you guys think? How soon should the Undertaker retire? You think he's got one more good match in him? You think he's got one more good title reign in him? You think he should stay for 1, 2, 3, maybe even 5 more years? Anyway, I'm out, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.